Haha, don't get ahead of yourself. Siri always has a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it and no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes just makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. What's the word? Oh, you got it done. Okay, sorry. My sibling just finally finished their Junko wig. So, sorry. Okay, anyways. I'm gonna sit next to Monica. Hi again, Bonbon. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying to yourself. Just a second, hold up. I'm really happy you applied yourself. Soon you'll come up with the masterpiece. That I wouldn't count on that. You never know. I want to share with you what I wrote today. Here you go. I gave my poem to Monica. Alright, it's pretty good. It makes me think of Sayori and like the other ones you wrote. You two are really like a dynamic duo. That's kind of exaggerating it. Yeah, probably. But you do spend a lot of time with her, even in this club, don't you? Then again, I don't blame you for being a little shy. I'm not shy, it's just... I'm just teasing. I know it takes a bit of time to make friends with everybody. Make friends with everyone. But Yuri and Natsuki are super interesting people, so don't be afraid to give them. Don't be afraid to give them their share of time. And you can talk with me Why can't I English today? And you can talk to me every now and then too. I'm not like unapproachable or anything, am I? No, it's nothing like that. I'm just still getting used to being here, that's all. Yeah. I'm sorry if I'm putting pressure on you or something. I really didn't mean it like that. No, don't worry. I get what you're saying. Well, alright. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Save me. The colors won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue. And endless. Of meaningless noise. The noise won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms. A screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, target. What is up with me in English today? like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. Interesting. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? I guess that's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just the kind of thing that I've never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words totally changed the mood of your poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Sometimes asking what the poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be abstract as a physical expression of feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way... Oh, shoot. Sorry. Putting it that way, not Every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind. Great choice of wording. Thanks, Monica. Or when something unexpected might happen. Wait, this tip about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. All right, Ariel, who should I talk to next? Natsuki or Yuri?
You should talk to Natsuki.
Okay. Natsuki it is. Well, it's not really any worse than your last one, but I can't really say it's any better either. Phew. Huh? Phew? What? Well, anything that isn't a train wreck, I'll take as a win. And I get the feeling you're probably the most critical. Hey, what makes you... Wait, maybe that was a compliment. Glad to see someone recognizes my experience. Well then, keep practicing and maybe you'll be as good as me someday. That's, something tells me Natsuki completely missed the point. Come to think of it, this reminds me of Sayori's poem from yesterday. You think so? Yeah, well, I guess you've been friends with her for so long that you might be on the same wavelength. But you never really struck me as her type. Sayori has a type all of a sudden? Well, I don't really know, but honestly, how can someone so fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? Whatever. Okay. It's like she's dragging you around a dead weight. Look, that was a little unnecessary. But think of it this way: if it weren't for me, you would probably just fly away like letting go of a balloon. I mean, you ain't wrong, right? You ain't wrong. So you could say we take care of each other in our own way. Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem. Here. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's not why I'm friends with her. One time I hurt my leg really badly. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. You like spiders. Her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if she hurts anybody. She's gross. It's gross. She's weird. Oh, it's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without a spider lover. I'm gonna tell everyone. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday. Yesterday was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyways, the message is probably straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes it can explain complicated issues. It must have written. It was something. And it helps people realize how stupid they are being. Well, that was rude. Like anyone would agree, that subject of poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course, it's about how everyone thinks mine. That doesn't matter. It can be about anything. I wrote that to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some sort of weird hobby or a guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid of people finding out. They make fun of you, or you think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes as long as they're not hurting anyone and makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others' liking for weird things. You're definitely right. At least I can relate to that. And I'm sure a lot of other people can too. That's what I do best after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like conservating emotions is important, but I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm going to write a good one tomorrow, so don't look forward to it. Last but not least, Yuri. Let's see what you have written today. Well done, Bonbon. Your skills are really improving. Really? Thanks, Yuri. Coming from you, that means a lot. It's nothing. I'm just happy to help inspire fellow writers. You know, you're new to this, so don't worry so much if it seems like you can't get your poem to feel perfect. You don't need to be afraid of You don't need to be afraid to be a little more there. Metaphors can go a long way. Don't feel like you need to work your brain out like tutoring a bunch of gears. Let's let your mind wander through your feelings and write down the things you see and hear. That's one way to truly enable your readers into your mind. It's very intimate exercise. I see. That's certainly interesting technique. Thanks for sharing. I have an example that if you'd like to read it. Of course. Is this a poem you wrote for today? Yuri nods and timidly hands me her poem. It's me the white poem. Her poem. The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was silking bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I give the raccoon a piece of bread. My subconscious, well aware of the consequences, well aware that the raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The exciting beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom.
There you go.
The bread, my hungry curiosity, the raccoon in my wage. The way that she said the exciting beauty of my cutting knife. Seems familiar to me. Doesn't it? No, plus the thing it's on Discord. No. The moon enchantment. It's a phase of nitpicks. Oh, reflex.
Yeah, that looks like an R.
Reflex that is None light off my ceiling cutting knife. Light off my ceiling, my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. Hence I slice the bread fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm mentally projecting my emotions onto a newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows its excitement. A rush of blood. Classic conditioning. I slice the bread and I feed myself again. It talks about knives a lot. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. It talks about knives a lot, which is very interesting. But considering it's Yuri and how she goes out is, it was a little more daring than this one. A little more daring with this one than yesterday. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. And it shut my door all the way. Shut my door all the way. There it goes. Okay. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style. Using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imaginary and conveying emotions through them. Hold on, just give me. Okay, so yeah, if you take the face value, as in, I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something different that I think different people can relate to in their own way. What the heck? Oh shoot! No, what should I say? Shoot. It's the sort of things that I'm usually forced to keep to myself. Oh. So I mean, I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Huh? That's funny. Didn't Natsuki also write something about that? About being like fortuited for a strange interest? You did? Yeah. She was talking about how it doesn't matter if you're into something as long as it's not hurting anybody. She's right. I mean, what the heck? Hold on, something just happened. Hold up, just okay. Okay. Anyways. Okay, so, I mean, does she really feel that way? Yeah. I think you two have a lot in common. That's, well, interesting. Interesting. She seems to... Oh. Anyways, to me, she seems the kind of person who would make fun of my hobbies. But I suppose that's my fault for judging, isn't it? Please don't tell her I said that. Haha. Don't worry, I have no reason to. Okay, Well, thank you for sharing it with me. After all, I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness. I would have probably hate myself. I might be rating it a little bit different now. But I'm glad you're a good listener. Okay, everyone, we're all done reading each other's poems, right? We have some extra plan, something. We have something extra planned. So could everyone sit in front of the room? Is this about the festival? Well, sort of.
Do we really have to do something for the festival?
It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days.
We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members.
That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep this simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Siri has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets so we can give out during the event.
Okay, that's great and all, but it doesn't tell us what exactly we're going to be doing for the event.
Sorry, I thought you heard it already. We're going to be performing.
Performing?
Monica. Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is that we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite their poems too. Suri's putting up all the covers. Suri's putting it on all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Suri, who's been coloring posters, holds it up for us to see.
Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you?
Well, I did. Did you really think it was that bad of an idea?
Well, no, it's not a bad idea. But I didn't set out for this, you know. There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that.
I agree with Natsuki. I can never in my life do something like that. I am imagining Yuri shake her head in fear.
Guys,
no, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple of days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud out loud to a whole room full of people. That just kind of overlooked me. That I'm so sorry, but I still think we should give our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, we can inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better. We'll also be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah, it's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with your friends, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. Those reasons are all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others to inspire them to find feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if we all take as a standing poem in the room for 2 minutes and recite a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get numbers. The least we can do is help them out a little bit.
Well, maybe, but
it looks like Natsuki doesn't have any argument left.
Okay, fine.
I guess I'll have to get it over with.
Alright.
Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri gingerly glances over at everyone else except his. I guess I don't really have a choice.
That's everyone.
You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be a death of me.
She ain't wrong.
Oh gosh, you'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other.
No way. No way.
Monica, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable.
Can I go next?
Of course. Now let's see. Monica flips through her notebook to the poem that she has in mind for her. Then she stands up behind the podium. The title of this poem is Way by the Fly. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear and confident voice fills the room. More than her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. This is something she's done before, or is it simply natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Siri looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finished the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles.
That was so good, Monica.
Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next.
Aww, Yuri's all fired up all of a sudden.
Yuri clutches the sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri knocks to the gunges. You can do it, Yuri. Here comes out. It's called Aftermanage of a Crispian Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she started to read the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting so much effort? Yuri gets past the first couple of lines. Her voice changes. It's almost like what happened when Yuri gets absurd into her books. Her quivering words transform into sharp symbolisms of fierce and confident woman. And the poem is full of twists and turns. It's structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be the rare glimpse of whirring fire Yuri keeps collected inside her head. Suddenly, she is finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality, goes around her as if she bewildered her, even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me after we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught off guard. We must have forgotten. We applauded Yuri. Yuri holds the poem up to her chest and rushes back to her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri is down for the count.
Okay, I guess I'm next then.
Siri hops out of her chair. Briefly walks to the podium.
This one's called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled.
Sayori.
It's a lot harder than I thought. How do you guys do it so easily?
Try not to think of it like you're reacting to other people. Imagine reacting to yours. Imagine reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so come out of it.
I see. Okay then.
Sarah begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as the perfect match. The poem is immensely cheery like Sayori. It's a scenery and bittersweet. If I were to read this paper, I would probably want to think much of it. But hearing it come out of Sayori's voice, it was giving me a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she liked my poems. It's like I reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud.
I did it!
Good job, Sayori.
Even Bonbon liked it. I guess it's a good sign.
What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. That atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely, but it might be that the other poem wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery.
I don't really understand.
In other words, I've seen poems of yours where it's sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. Might need a little bit more focus behind them, depending on what you're reading.
Oh, I know what you mean.
Well, I've been practicing that kind of thing.
It's just embarrassing to do in front of everybody.
The next time, I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little bit more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know. Okay, now, who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before Bonbon. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyways. I might as well want Bonbon was everyone's standards a little before I do it. Natsuki. It's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much selection of what to read. I'll just go with the one I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident with my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that I finish, I receive an applause anyway. I'm not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about that so much. I think it's less about your ability and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki.
Yeah. I'm going.
Natsuki. It's out of her seat and makes her way towards the podium. The poem is called.
Why are you all looking at me?
Because you're presenting.
Anyways, the poem is called Jump.
Natsuki takes a breath. When she starts reading her poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. When she's standing and I don't know. Her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken out loud. The words feel like they bounce up and down as if they're giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She husks back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it?
Easy for you to say. You'd better not make me do that again.
Well, at least if you're prepared enough to do your poem in front of other people.
I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people. But when it's just my friends, it's embarrassing.
That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me.
That's just how it is, so.
Well, I guess in that case, you wouldn't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope you have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? And make pamphlets, so I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez, should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already presently surprised that you're putting all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy. Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone. I guess it's about time for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far. So I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday is the big day. I can't wait. I can feel this. I can do this. All right, I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of this club and I'm impressing Monica, then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori?
Yep. Look at you two, always going home together like that.
Kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, you guys, don't make such a big deal out of it. Let's be a little nicer. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that?
It's okay, Bonbon, you don't have to say it.
Whatever, let's go already. I'll come with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori. Sorry, I was spacing out. No wonder.
I was thinking about something from earlier. Like how we get to,
Yuri fumbles with her words. Let's just say that one day Yuri asked to walk home with you. Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. Alright, Ariel, which one should it be? I would walk home with Yuri, or I would still walk home with Sayori?
Walk home with someone else.
You're putting your favorite girl over?
Walk home with Yuri.
Wow, and you say Sayori's your favorite. You know what, screw it. Sayori, you really think I would ditch you for Yuri? Huh? But he's so beautiful and smart. Jeez. I already see her in the club every day. Besides, you always seem to be ready. Oh my gosh, besides, you always seem to be really like going home together. I wouldn't just ruin that for you. You're so silly, Bonbon. You think about me too so much sometimes. Yuri would deserve it if she wanted to, so sorry, I've already made up my mind. I can't really figure you out so. Sorry. Besides, what's the point of speculated something that never's going to happen? Conversation trails off. It's kind of a weird thing for Sayori to care so much about, but I want to respect her and keep her happy too. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? Oh man, hold up. Hold up, just a second. I'm the last one here again. Don't worry, I just walked in too. You're practicing your piano again? Yeah. Seems a lot of determination. Starting this club and not picking up piano? Well, maybe not determination. I guess just passion. But remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. And I'm super happy that you're all willing to help out for the festival too.
I can't wait for the festival. It's going to be so great.
Weren't you complaining about it just yesterday, Natsuki?
Well, yeah.
I'm not going to talk about our part of the festival.